And off we go from Denver. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory. So they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. 552, 552. Hey. One flip. Big edge. Kill. Tighten up.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Right here.
Now Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! KJ Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You can't block me. Watch the safety creep. Check safety. You're mine.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. On play action, now Carr. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here we go on 4th down. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Check pass, check pass. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 39, 9. White Monday.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
To throw, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Let's go, let's go. Monday, down, 180. Kill. Express. Well, Mike 34, Mike 34. Oh, yeah. Express. Here we go again. Express. I got you. He's coming. We got you. Down. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Check.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Broncos at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Wilson.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 44 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now a play fake. Carr. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy,
35 yards.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Check. SOS. OP.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
34's the mic. 34's your mind. Check the outs.
From the gun, it's Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Check 31. Find down. Check 49.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Down. 34's a Mike. He's 180. Check it. Hey, we're good. We're good. 185. Later 8. Check it out, Reed. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. White Monday down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Well, Mike, easy. Kill. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. You go, night.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
I'm going to come back to you. 14. Whip. Watch the whip.
Play action. Now Wilson. Out to his left.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On play action, it's Carr. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr now on 1st down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard and trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's express. Express. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check him. There's a party. Hey, Raider 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Right down. 180. Single. Check 4. Express.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
We got four down.
Carr now to throw. Connects with Cole again. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw his Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And, oh, what a catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Well, Gumbo.
Watch it.
Jacobs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hey. Slam.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line.
52. Coming to you, coming to you.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Alert.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That passing incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion. But, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook. And they still want to run it efficiently.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Shut him down. Let's do this.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
On 1st down, Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack on 1st down, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Friday. Alert. Hey, easy.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now McManus for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Down. 180. Mike 34. Hey.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.